Good evening and a lovely day to you all. I'm Nair and I'm here with Humming, and we are going to be casting top 8 of Olympus, the largest mountain in Europe, to climb for our top 8 competitors. Humming, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. Hello, everyone. Hope you had a good time with us. We had around like 180 participants, I think.
Something like that, around 200. So
Yeah.
it was quite a big tournament,
Yeah, and we
especially
had
here in the Netherlands.
Exactly in the middle of the net, if I may say. I'm sorry. It's a bit hard to reach this place, let's say it this way. But we had roughly 200 players, and we are down to 8, as you said. They are coming from all around the world because we still have one Mexican player in bracket.
Yeah.
Even after facing Bayonetta in his run, he's still in there fighting for his life.
Yeah.
It's going to be Big Boss joining us right now for the next set.
Yeah, so we have Big Boss on the one hand. On the other hand, we have Drybie. A little bit of an unknown player for most people, I think.
Thank you, production, for the bracket.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of an unknown player for most people, I think. But as you can see, he is a Pichu player, and playing Pichu in bracket is always a tough challenge.
Oh, indefinitely.
Because you have to be so aware of everything that's happening. You could lose your stock at 60%.
You live by the sword and you die by the sword, except it's not the sword, it's the fucking chainsaw.
So I can already imagine what kind of set we are going to see here. Because on the one hand, we have MKBigBoss, who really wants to keep his space against a very aggressive Pichu. It's going to be combos all around, big damage. Big hitboxes.
I think the first game will just give us like the whole tempo of the set.
Exactly.
The thing is, it's kind of a matchup you know when you're at the level of Big Boss. So if Drybie does manage to surprise him with anything, he could actually pull out one game, maybe 2, but he will quickly need to stop playing around the gimmicks of the character and just show everyone his fondness, show how good he is at the game itself. Because if there's one player around the venue here who's not going to be impressed and who's not Dutch or German, it's bound to be Big Boss.
Yeah, definitely. I'm very interested to see how this is going to play out. Like you said, that first game will definitely be determined
that will
the
give us
rest
every information
of the
we
set.
need. Yeah.
So we will be seeing how that goes.
Big Boss is stretching right now, and I want you guys to remember, please stretch at home, drink water. It is important for you to stay in good shape. That's all.
I really wonder what's going to happen here, because playing against Pichu as your first match in top 8 must also put some stress on you, right? Because it is a scary matchup.
In a way,
it always is.
Yeah, you're a big boy, you're a big robot, to be precise. You're going to be facing one of the characters with the most damage output in the game, who does love to have a good combo going. And on the other hand, Drybie had been facing Bowser just before, which is also another matchup where you need to live by knowing that you will lose your life on the next interaction you do not have in hand. So, considering all of this, for Drybie it's like a Monday. Just another day for a Pichu player.
Right, but on the other hand, you have the raw player who really likes to keep his space, but all of a sudden he has to go into this weird hand-to-hand combat game where it's really a big battle about how does Drybie get into the zone.
Yes, we shall see again. We do have the names and all. I didn't know Drybie. What's the second flag for Drybie? Can you help me with that?
I think isn't it a region in
I think it's a region
Germany?
In Germany, yes.
So
well,
like
we shall ask the German casters here for True 4 and the others.
Yeah.
Because we have a few other streams going on right now. I think there are a few French streams still occurring, so 5D and Enki. And we have, on the other hand here right now, True 4 doing his German stream, so do not hesitate to give him some support. And with that, let's get into it. Losers round 1 of Olympus here. And we're going, my goodness, on Final Destination. Okay.
Oh, Final Destination for the first one. Now, that is an explosive starter to start with. Of course, we can see Big Boss trying to keep his range, but Drybie already getting into the face, eating a couple of down tilts, rather.
Yeah,
yeah, the damage is racking up.
I was surprised. Drybie was way more patient than I thought he would. Jumped in the zone around MKBigBoss, but didn't press any button afterwards. He was just waiting there.
Woo!
And now this is what I was expecting from a Pichu. There we are. The good combos happening already. 100%, but they're good. Both players already at kill percent now.
What I really like about seeing Drybie play is already the patience. He does not jump the gun when it comes to getting into Big Boss's zone. Really Ooh, gets hit by the up air, and that will be the first stock. That was a little bit impatient right there.
No, again, Big Boss knowing that he can go for those up airs here and there because he knows they're all safe and they can just cover everything Drybie want to send in his face. Drybie got caught a bit like by surprise here and had to die for it. Obviously, as long as he doesn't use any of those electric attacks, that's still an even game.
Yeah.
But he needs to find a kill quickly.
Yeah, the kill is very important here. The percentage is racking up, and 30% on Pichu is already looking a little bit dangerous. Fully charged, anything fully charged would definitely KO here. So
Bro, half of the damage he take was from himself there.
Yeah, it is racking up. There is the jump up. Very good. Finally getting that KO. Drybie back on the board, 46% behind. We'll attack on some extra percentage using the quick attack and the Thunder Jolts.
Oh, the dash attack is going to about 20. There we go. Okay,
there
good string happening there. First up here and two up here. Oh my god, that was sexy, but unfortunately not going to be connecting here.
But look at that.
Again.
MKBigBoss.
So Drybie is very patient on the stage, but then whenever he does manage to send Big Boss out, he does kind of pull the trigger a bit too quickly.
Yeah. Oh, good work
Never
here.
mind.
And Thunder will take out the KO. Excellent work here by Drybie.
Evan having enough time to just shift backwards to go for the good hitbox on the down B. So GG's. Drybie here taking quick lead again. Never mind. I mean, that's a Pichu. What was I expecting here?
I mean, the Robo Rotator will take you out of that percentage, but Drybie is right back into the fray. 35% already on MKBigBoss. Trailing a little bit behind. Good parry on that neutral. A little bit predictable maybe as Drybie puts on the pressure once again.
I do love one thing that compared to, for example, Natoru, he's using hits that do not bring him any damage. Look at that. He spent around 20 seconds doing a combo, ramping up damage up to 100% already on Big Boss, and he's only at 10% full Pichu. That's kind of a high feat there.
That is insane as he recovers back to the stage. But
sorry.
Oh, that was so scary.
Yeah, we
Big
nearly
Boss.
saw it.
Oh,
yeah, would have worked with any other characters, but Pichu is one of the smallest ones, so he's going to avoid the gyro hell here.
This gyro play is looking to be very scary here for Drybie. Really needs to be on their toes to really escape whatever MKBigBoss is throwing here. Good Thunder Jolt will get the grab. That will not KO just yet.
He wasn't feeling confident this one, and end of the day, he's the one having like a way more percent compared to like before. Going for the back air is going to be enough though. Yeah. Middle of the stage, even at those percent, yeah, going to die from it for sure. GG's here. Drybie going to take a first game here against Big Boss, and the German stream is popping off already.
Yeah, excellent work here from the Pichu player as he goes up 1-0 against Mexican's finest here in the Netherlands. MKBigBoss carefully considering his stage choice. Do you maybe think that a different stage than Final Destination could work here? I mean, Final Destination, you do get juggled around a lot.
Yes, but you know what? If you add platforms and you have a character such as like quick as Pichu, I don't think it's going to change a lot here for Big Boss. I mean, I think maybe we could go and try to go for like a big platform in the middle, such as Hollow Bastion. That would help him out a bit, considering he could like just house himself in there and survive a bit more of those Thunderbolts.
Oh, look at that UFA bottle from Drybie.
Oh, I don't know what you're
rocking the merch even.
French tournament happening in November named the UFA. I don't know exactly what is this.
It's very nice because both these players...
Is this time for the ad break already? Or
both these players were at UFA. They didn't play against each other, but MKBigBoss had a very good run at UFA in 2009. Yes, yeah. And Drybie all the way down at 65th. But is showing that Drybie can actually rock with the big guys here.
Let's see, indeed. If he does manage to get a win here for Big Boss, that would be good. We have to remind you guys, we are in losers here, so that means he would finally put him out of this tournament first. Get a lot of like a review of his ranking in the Lumi ranks, and maybe ask for a few more points here for the German players.
Earlier you pointed out the usage of moves that don't rack up any damage for the Pichu player. You can really see that Drybie just keeps on racking up percentage with that neutral air. Right now he's looking for a way to get in, so there's a lot of Thunder Jolts happening. MKBigBoss really pulls out ahead here with some nice grab and a forward tilt to put some more space between them. He's really giving him the lead. And
now looking to start gaining control of the neutral with the Thunderbolts. Not going to be enough. Oh my god, he's going to spam those up airs now. Let's see if MKBigBoss can find something. Up throw could be enough. No, going for the up throw into the gyro. Not going to connect. And trying to get the recovery with the down air. Not going to connect again, unfortunately.
Drybie does find the reversal and is now putting some pressure on Big Boss.
Very high recovery,
Going for the high road, as was wise, as he safely makes it back to the middle of the stage. Drybie still putting on the pressure, trying to keep control, but the gyro will do the work for him.
At those percent, you know what? Just do any damage, you're happy with it. There you go. He's still going for the nares, and there, up throw is going to get a kill. 142%. Drybie can still find an early kill, specifically if MKBigBoss, just like game 1, doesn't go for attack at the most crucial moments.
Good drop down forward there, and Drybie finds the KO, only 12% on the counter. A very similar situation to what we saw in game number 1.
Indeed.
So let's see what happens here. Of course, Drybie has that juggle advantage, and as Drybie finds his way in there, the first 39% are already a fact.
Yeah, that Thunderbolt was a bit too much. Oh, trying to go for the spike with the Drybie, not going to connect, but the idea is here, and I love the intention here. He's here for blood. Patiently though, he's a hunter. He's tracking his prey there, taking the time needed to do so, waiting for the second timing, using his shield accordingly, which is something we do not see a lot. As we said before, Pichu is kind of those characters you live by the sword and you die by the sword. You do not expect a lot of defensive options.
No, you do have to
keep. He's doing well.
You got to keep up the pressure, but MKBigBoss finally to grab. Look at that mash!
Excuse me. I mean, wasn't supposed to bury you. That was supposed to bury you, bro.
No, it was patch. It was patch. No, just kidding.
He doesn't anymore.
Back throw from Drybie will put some more pressure on BigBoss. Has to return the gyro. Will help a little bit. That up air almost taking out the poor Pichu player. As Drybie makes it back to the stage. BigBoss trying to look for a landing, but that nair is just a little too predictable.
Jumping around again, just trying to get the center of the stage. And just like game 1, stock 1, sorry, he's going to grab Pichu and take the second stock here. At same percent roughly too. Like again, good down to F forward there. It's not going to kill yet. But the tech
look at that.
Isn't there.
Look at that. The neutral air.
Mistake on both sides. No, sorry. BigBoss did miss 2 takes for now.
Yeah.
Right.
Dodging the laser, trying to get in there again with the Thunder Jolts. This seems to be the name of the game for Drybie. Really trying to get into that mid-range using the Thunder Jolts, and then when he's close, he puts in the pressure using those neutral airs. But MKBigBoss is relentless covering stage with that neutral air. Finally, Drybie finds an opening. Let's see what happens here as MKBigBoss tries to make it back to the ground.
No, it's a very strong tool here, just trying to cover any approaches Drybie wants to go for. If you want to punish a landing from BigBoss, you need to respect it and go for another option later on. That would have worked again in another for the situation. If he had jumps, if he was another character slightly bigger here. And just like that, BigBoss kind of understood something about his opponent growth. Look at the percent ramping up.
Yeah, but look at the pressure.
Never mind.
That's actually going to be it.
Sorry, bro. Sorry.
You absolutely cursed this man.
BigBoss, if you look at the VOD afterwards, I'm sorry. Lo siento, por favor. no quería. I didn't want to curse you, bro. I'm sorry.
Okay, but that's exactly what we've been talking about all this time. Drybie put on a masterclass here on how to play this matchup. Keep up the pressure. One opening, and suddenly that sword starts looking mighty scary, and that sword is, of course, the Pichu. We've been talking about this time and time again.
Let's say the chainsaw. This is a chainsaw power now. This is not even a sword. I told you earlier. This is like if you were to represent the idea behind this metaphor, this would be Drybie right now. Except again, he's playing very patiently. He doesn't like go all in on the attack compared to Naitoru, for example, who's going like with a character that's already 100% on the attack. He's going 120%. Here, it's like going 99%, but making that 1% of defense crucial. He's using exactly the good option at the perfect moment. He knows exactly what to bait from BigBoss and punishing afterwards. Now, though, let's see if BigBoss is going face, like, he's got the back against the wall at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Can he make it?
Down. So it's a big deficit to climb back from, but, you know, I think if there's someone who can do it, it's definitely BigBoss. Coming all the way from Mexico, you know, he doesn't want to go out, you know, like with this half type of swing. He really wants to get into that top 4 and make it happen. But, you know, Drybie is just relentless here.
Definitely.
Look at that.
The name is relentless.
Oh my goodness.
My goodness, and only 33%. And we talked about the fact that before that, the game was shifting on the favors of BigBoss up to, like, on the first stock. And look at that. This is completely different. Drybie is running away with the victory there.
It really felt like BigBoss was onto something. You pointed that out earlier, but Drybie just quickly changing up the entire game plan here. And Drybie is definitely putting on some pressure. as MKBigBoss tries to hold on, tries to throw out those back airs, but it's just hitting air. It's not hitting Drybie.
Wait,
Oh,
wait,
that does hit Drybie. I'm sorry.
Forcing the elder drought. Good curse, my friend. Good curse here. Forcing the elder drought into the down smash. And there we go. Evening the odds.
Right, so it's just
highway, avoiding the nair and trying to punish him afterwards. GG's again. Drybie taking a quick lead here, but he needs to be wary because the damage output of Big Boss is to be wary, to be afraid here.
Yeah. Look at Big Boss's spacing right now, trying to predict where Drybie is going, but Drybie finds the opening, tries to go for the downer. Nice tech by MKBigBoss.
He needed this one. He needed this one because you knew that Drybie was waiting for it. Was ready for it to punish it. And just like that, evening the odds again.
Scary situation here.
Okay.
Excellent
again, good mash again.
Yeah.
3 times in a row. This is something to take care of.
Yeah. All right, the gyro is on the field, but not really in a good position here. As Drybie tries to find an opening. There is the tap, and Drybie gets another stock here with the jab block into the forward smash. Excellent work here by Drybie.
Donde está tech? Donde está la tech? Where's the tech? I mean, this is again the 4th time here in this set he didn't tech. And the most crucial moments here, this is one of the characters, just like Wario, for example, when he got the Wasp ready. You have to tech. You know that jabbing to S smash can kill you very early. And just like that, again, second stock 120%. That's a lot of rage, and I usually don't say that, but I think that right now, Drybie could actually pull out something with those percents.
Yeah, Drybie's definitely in a very good spot here, as he just needs one combo starter, but the throw is going to do it. MKBigBoss trying to hold on to whatever he has left into this set. But Drybie, the parries are so on point.
And this is the moment you realize the difference between a high-level play. Oh my god, the gyro jail. Honk.
Yeah, that was a bad position for Drybie to be in.
But you never know.
Oh.
Why would you not take this? Yeah, trying to go for the very, very, very high down B here for the style points. Not going to connect, unfortunately, but the damage had been done already. The game is even considering what shenanigans Big Boss was doing here. What? Excuse me, what was that?
That down air just barely hit there, and that could have been a very scary situation. Big Boss tries to make something happen using the gyro, going in the back air. Drybie rolls the wrong side as he tries to get an opening again with the Thunder Jolts. Finds the neutral air.
Good point here for Big Boss. He's going to be knocked back a bit too far to put into a tech situation. Never mind, he needed to have the same problem here on the platform.
You know, the percentage is so high for Drybie that it's actually very hard for Big Boss to get anything going. He needs to find a raw neutral air or something like that, or the forward tilt. But Drybie survives the laser.
Sniped here, indeed.
What a way to get back into the set, to put your name on the scoreboard. Big Boss here with the snipe of a lifetime as he makes it happen. 1 point for Big Boss, 2 for Drybie still.
He's going to ask for some water here.
This is exactly what you needed.
This is exactly what we needed indeed. Let's see if we're going to have a game 5 here, because Big Boss again was... I mean, he wasn't losing by landslide every first games, right? He was already kind of close between 2 of them. Big Boss here pulling the 3rd game in his favor. I'm a bit scared for Drybie because this is kind of a momentum based.
Right.
Like, he's just losing speed right now. He's losing steam in there. What?
Yes.
What was that? What was that throw?
That's a gigantic water bottle.
That's first of all the gigantic water bottle. One. Second, you throw that on the scene with all the electric stick stuff we have around.
Not recommended.
I do not condone this.
No, not recommended at all.
Yeah, do not do this at home.
I mean, to get back into the match.
Yeah, sorry.
No, don't worry about it. But to get back into the match, I want to point out one very important thing. This comeback by Big Boss was on the back of a very brutal gyro combo. And
the gyro shenanigans.
There's 2 things that are happening on both sides. On the one hand, we have Big Boss missing out the techs and losing unnecessary stocks early. On the other hand, we saw Drybie with a big advantage in putting himself into a bad position.
It's more like Big Boss pulling his opponent in there.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah,
we reached up the same point in the end, but he did try to put it in place at game 1, I think. The only issue is, well, again, Pichu is one of the smallest characters in the roster, so he was avoiding the gyro up to now. And 1 out of 10 1 of 10 times this situation will actually occur finally and will put Drybie between a rock and a hard place. A rob and a hard place. So, yeah, Drybie had to suffer from this, and look at that. He's angry about the situation. Already 90% on the first stock of Big Boss here. And still counting!
Nice, very good work here by Drybie. But Big Boss does survive. No air dodge. That was a very dangerous choice to air dodge that early, but does make it back. Thunder Jolt will tackle some extra percentage, but you need to find that forward tilt or maybe a raw forward smash here. The down tilts, that's just an easy percentage here. And the forward smash even connecting here, 77% on Drybie.
Yeah. Big Boss here is having like the heavy issue here. It's not being a very heavy character, but the point still remains. Basically, you do not play the game for like a minute and 30. And you have to make the most out of the 30 seconds where your opponent finally allows you to play.
Yeah. And
this is what happened there. This is the second interaction he finally won against Drybie. And look at that, he took a kill out of it.
Excellent work here by Big Boss. 194%. Earlier you pointed out Rob is not a heavy character, but he does feel like a heavy character.
He's kind of heavy.
He is kind of heavy. Gets the forward tilt, will secure the KO, only 6% on Pichu.
Okay.
Forward tilt.
Down to tilt is going to connect, and we are going to be able to get back on the stage for Drybie here. He's wary of the gyro, understandably, and there we go, finally managing to find the beginning of a combo here. Another good parry, and you talked about it earlier, my dear Lid, but yes, indeed, this is one of the best tools when you get from high level to top level play. Because there are a lot of safe options. My goodness, this is 3 parries in a row.
Yeah, these parries are what's making the difference here. That nair from Rob, you have to parry it to have any chance of punishing that monster of a move. No parry there. Immediately, MKBigBoss gets some stage back, and now the dash tag, tackling on some extra percentage. It's a dangerous situation for Drybie here, but
spacing.
He does find the grab.
The spacing on the third was perfect. He managed to avoid the punish from Big Boss with that out smash intent. Not going to connect, unfortunately, and just like that, Drybie having the stage control, going to go for the very far there. Not going to get the kill though for it.
Tries to
back air is going to be
not
enough, unfortunately.
Such an active move, but Big Boss chooses for the high road once again. It does get down tilted again for his trouble with the stillness on that move.
He doesn't get the kill, but he does get the style points though. Yeah. That was sexy again as hell. Parry again. My goodness.
Thunder Jolt.
Dude.
Takes the gyro hits twice. You know, it doesn't even matter.
The gyro did much more damage than Big Boss in the last half a minute. So playing with fire here with this upbeat.
Good forward tilt. Good read on the roll.
But be wary, you're already at % there. The crowd already cheering for the Drybie here. The German
a little bit premature. A little bit premature as Big Boss is still very much alive. But you know, we've seen this earlier. Drybie needing one combo starter to make it happen. So let's see what happens here. Big Boss very careful, not wanting to overextend. Gets the forward air and a good position on the stage. Doesn't get the down air. Does get the neutral air.
To get more flame into flames indeed. Okay, managed to get back on the stage, and now it's like again. Perfect moment for Drybie to go all in on the aggressiveness now.
Yeah.
You have nothing else to lose now. You're going to die anyway at next interaction, so yeah, let's make the most out of it. There we go. This is how it begins. A lot of rage, going to connect there, but not going to be able to get a kill. 200%, nothing is going to be able to connect to connecting to itself now for Big Boss. He will have to go for a roll kill, either a grab or a smash, or maybe a nair could get him off.
Forward tilt will also get him off the hook.
You're right.
But you know, at this point, he has to be extremely careful because one whiff move could be the difference between winning and losing here.
And Drybie doesn't care anymore. He can use those tools just as much as he wants because he knows he's going to die anyway. So let's go for the thunder. Pichu, Pichu, Pichu. There we go. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. He gets the final hit on the back air and that will save him as he tacks on some more percentage. Oh my goodness.
There we go. Die. You should die now. 230%, that's enough.
Crowd is heating up as Drybie is pushing MKBigBoss to the ledge, goes down there, doesn't quite get it, as the up airs rain terror on the robot here. The gyro's in such a dangerous spot. Be careful of that, Drybie. We saw it earlier. What happened earlier.
You love the cross-ups he's doing right now, using the thunder again just to force MKBigBoss to stay in his shield, and then punishing them after with the nair in case he does drop them. There we go, another one. I'll go for the cross this time. The cross-up not going to happen. There you go.
More gyro moves, and this is a very dangerous position here for Drybie.
That could have killed indeed. That's a lot of rage on the robot. Back here not going to kill enough. Good SDI, I guess, on the side of MKBigBoss to survive once more.
Oh my goodness, Drybie is so close to winning it time and time again, but the good SDI from Big Boss makes it back at the stage. The gyro even coming in from the assist, but Drybie stays alive. The neutral air will hit But Drybie will make it back to the stage.
The gyro is doing so much here for Big Boss. No attack! You're kidding me!
Oh my god. It's going both sides here as the gyro tags in once again for the assist.
Okay.
Goes back to the ledge. 150% on Pichu. A neutral air will solve it. But on the other hand, a forward tilt will solve it as well, as Drybie is putting on the pressure. The Thunder Jolts are coming out. The forward tilt will finally do it. And Drybie takes it 3-1 over Big Boss as we have an insane starter in top 8.
That's a pretty insane start of top 8. Indeed, Drybie here managing to take a win against Big Boss and pushing it forward into losers brackets here. Drybie again, having the crowd behind him. That was lovely. That was perfectly well done. We were tensed up to the very end of that game 4, though, because that was not going very well for Drybie at the end of this game.
That was a nil.
The gyro was doing way too much.
Fighter.
The gyro was there and was the bane of Drybie.
Yeah.
I mean, Big Boss didn't have to do anything. He was playing Pokemon. He was like, gyro, go. Do your thing.
Laser.
Go on.
Gyro.
Gyro ball.
Spin.
Gyro ball. Gyro ball again. Gyro ball.
And, it was working. So
yeah, he was carved in there. Like, he was just doing it again and again and again.
Never change a winning plan.